New Mexico higher education expects to be hit hard when lawmakers meet in Santa Fe next week to try to cover the state's $500 million deficit.
One proposal calls for steep tuition increases at universities and two-year colleges. News 13's Ian Schwartz has more on that and what it means for students at the University of New Mexico.
An economist with the Legislative Finance Committee met with UNM's Board of Regents this week. The committee is suggesting nearly $10 million in cuts at UNM. On top of that, there would be a 2% wage cut for all state employees, including teachers and professors. Now, the LFC suggested the university can make up some of that money by raising tuition. A possible hike is 6% for in-state students and a 15% hike for out-of-state students. Now, for a student taking 12 credit hours, that would mean an increase of more than $150 and nearly $1,300 more for a non-resident. If passed by the Board of Regents, the tuition hike would take effect next fall. Don Chalmers is on the UNM Board of Regents. He says he hopes lawmakers don't cut too deep, forcing the tuition hike. He says those on the lottery scholarship would not be affected, but many others could be hit by the hike.
If we have to raise it by 6% and they come back here and they have to pay maybe higher taxes because of our budget situation, that's going to discourage people from going to college.
Now, at this point, the tuition hike suggestions are just that, suggestions by the Legislative Finance Committee. Ultimately, it will be up to UNM to decide on cuts, tuition hikes, or a combination of both. Back to you.
Okay, Ian, the UNM Board of Regents will meet in March after the session to hammer out their budget. That's when they would vote on whether or not to raise tuition.